Hey friends, how are you? Hope you're well and you've had a good week. Mine's been not bad. I just been sort of getting a few things organised, so that's been nice this week. I've still got more organisation to do, but that's by the by. I guess I should really let you know I've decided to go back to university. I am going back to try and complete my PhD, so it's now just getting things organised, getting supervisors back into place and stuff like that. But yeah, so it's just like little business bits of stuff that I need to do. I also had a Zoom meeting with my new supervisor, so that was really nice. It was good to get to know him or to start getting to know him and just sort of chit chat about a few things. So that was really helpful. So yeah. Am I looking forward to going back? Yes, I am. Am I nervous? Oh yeah, very. I have. I get 7 weeks grace before my second year panel review, and it's like, oh. So it's going to be 7 weeks of quite a bit of work, or it'll be a lot of work actually. But I'm only going back part time. I can't do full time. There's just no way. So it'll be work for a couple of hours in the morning, and that's it. So happy with that. But last week was a good reading week. So what did I read? I finished The Seven Sisters by Lucinda Riley. What really got me was the day I started this was unfortunately the day she passed away. So my condolences go out to her family. But I loved this. I buddy read this with Krista over Books and Jams, and we both gave this a 5 stars. This is the start of a series concerning 7 sisters, and there are only 6 of them at the moment. And they live in Geneva, or their main home is a house on Lake Geneva that can only be got to by boat. And they live there with Ma, who's a lady that helps run the house, and there's a housekeeper, and then there's Pa Salt, who is their adoptive father. Now, we meet Mia, and she is the one sister who has kind of stayed close to home. She lives in a house on the grounds called the Pavilion, but unfortunately Pa Salt dies, but you know this from the get-go. And all the sisters come back to Geneva, supposedly for the funeral. But they're also handed a letter this letter gives them some details of, where they were born. But he also has this, I think it's called a mantle, which is like a globe with rings round it. And each sister has a ring, and there is a quote in Greek, and some coordinates, and the coordinates lead them to start the first part of their journey, to find out more about where they came from. So this one we follow Mia, who's the oldest sister, and it takes us to Rio de Janeiro, and she ends up going to a house that was part of like the family she came from. And it's just her learning about her, birth family, as it were. But also mixed into this, you get her, I think it was a great grandmother story. And she was sort of like, shall we say, supposedly it's almost like society woman. But she ends up being in France when the Christo, or the Christ the Redeemer, was being built by Paul Landowski, who was the sculptor that helped, is it Henry de Silva, actually make the Christo. And it's all tied up with this, and it was just so good. We see Mia blossom, we see her, really beginning to find herself and where she wants to be in the world. It was a great start to a series. And then today in the post I managed to get 2 and 3, and I have 5 sitting here behind me somewhere. There you go, there's 5. So I just need 4. I need the others, but I'm not going to dive straight into it. I'm going to have a break, because seriously, it was book hangover time from this. It was just so good, and I would highly recommend it. So from there, my Kindle's decided to play silly duff duffs. So from there I went on to read An Unexpected Amish Courtship by Rachel J. Good. This is an NetGalley arc, so I'm going to be saying more about that later on. And I gave that 4.5 stars out of 5. I really enjoyed it. And then I read Uncovering Small Town Secrets by, I can't remember, I can't see hold on. I wish they wouldn't put right. Taylor and Snell. There you go. That's whose book I was reading. But again, that was a NetGalley. That was my Mills and Boon pick for this month, so I will need to review that. So that's what I was reading this week. You know, I have seriously had a book hangover from the Seven Sisters. Really, really enjoyed the Unexpected Amish Courtship. That was beautiful. The Undercovering Small Town Secrets, it was good. It was okay. But again, I think I was just suffering from the book hangover. It was just like, oh, you know, it just that one just was so good. So I then started The Match by Sarah Adams. This is the Bookish Sisters book group pick for this month. It's to do with a lady who trains, shall we say, do you call them service dogs? But dogs who help people who have things like diabetes or epilepsy or things like that. And she ends up helping this wee girl who has epilepsy and is training her to work with her dog. And obviously the little girl's father is there as well, and I don't know, there's supposedly a romance between the two. At the moment I'm not seeing it. I have to say, I think that the main lead girl, I can't remember her name, her parents are horrible. They're really not nice. But I will, talk more about that once I've finished it. But I'm on 35%. I may get it finished this weekend. And the other book I'm reading is The Summer Retreat by Shelia Roberts. I'm on chapter 20, so I've only got that to read. I will definitely finish this one this weekend. This is the third book in the Moonlight Harbour series, and in this book we're following Celeste, who is Jenna's sister. She comes to Moonlight Harbour for the summer after her boyfriend cheats on her, and it's just things that happen to her and also to Moonlight Harbour as a whole throughout the summer. So I'm really enjoying it. It's a nice read and quite a quick read as well. So that's my reading taken care of. What else am I doing this weekend? Well, my friend is here for the weekend, or for a long weekend, so that's going to be really nice. She arrived yesterday, and we'll take her back on Wednesday, so that's good. We're going to go. I think we'll go out for a wee coffee at some point. But we're just going to take a chill weekend. Nothing major. We watched the football last night. So, yes, very happy with the score. It was not the score I expected. I have to say, I thought that England would beat Scotland, and that's what I had steeled myself for. But I was very happy with a 0-0 draw. That was good. There's rugby on this afternoon, so I'm sure we'll watch that. But again, really not that many plans. Just stay in, and I'll probably maybe pick up my crochet hook. I don't know. We'll see. But I don't really mind. I'm just going with the flow, as the saying goes. But please let me know down below if you've read any of the books that I've mentioned and what you thought of them. What have you been reading lately? It'd be really nice to know. What are your reading plans for this week or for this weekend? And what are you doing this weekend? It'd be, again, please let me know down in the comments down below. But whatever you do this weekend, have a good one and stay safe. Bye.